Today's weekly recap is special. I spent the entire week testing a new indicator called Aroon. It's pretty straightforward. When the blue line is high, the uptrend is strong. When the red line is high, the downtrend is strong. But I also found an extra way to use it. Let's see if it can boost our results alongside my favorite strategies. Stick around till the end for all the stats and a breakdown. Let's go. Now let's see what's happening. After a downtrend, the price starts moving up, reaching a resistance level that it's already bounced off twice before. And that means it's a strong level. If the price breaks through, the upward move could accelerate. To confirm my trade, I zoomed in on the chart. Connecting the higher lows, I spotted a textbook continuation pattern, a triangle. This tells me the entry point is right at the breakout of resistance. But a breakout alone isn't enough. It could be a fake out, so I checked further. This is where Aroon comes in. It had already shown some decent reversals inside the triangle. I need to know what's going on right now as the breakout attempt is happening. Looking at the Aroon readings, the blue line shot up close to 100. That's a solid confirmation. The trend is strong and the upward move has a high chance of continuing. I placed an upward trade with a 10-minute expiration. Why? Because I'm still new to this indicator and not ready to fully trust it. If the breakout is a fake out, the price might briefly return to the level before trying again. This gives my trade some room to still close and profit. And it worked perfectly. Yep. The price shot up, the trade closed in profit, and Aroon didn't disappoint this time. This kind of entry makes me confident that Aroon can be a great confirmation tool for breakouts, but I need more data. The key takeaway: never enter trades randomly. Always wait for real signals. This trade happened midday when the market was more stable. The trend was clearly upward, but after a strong push, the price hit the daily highs and started moving sideways. It kept testing the level but was bouncing off each time. The bounces were getting stronger, which meant there wasn't enough momentum for a breakout. I drew two local trend lines and spotted a symmetrical triangle. This is also a continuation pattern. But you don't just trade in the direction of the trend, you wait for a breakout. By this point, the price range was tightening and volatility had dropped. This is often a sign of an incoming sharp move. Since the overall trend was bullish, I was only looking for buying opportunities. There were no signs of reversal, so following the trend made the most sense. But to confirm my entry, I checked Aroon. It showed that the downtrend strength was at a minimum, but the blue line, which indicates upward strength, was also declining. This meant there wasn't a clear breakout confirmation yet, but there was no strong downward movement either. My decision: if the price breaks above the triangle, I'll buy. The overall trend supports it. The pattern suggests a breakout, and Aroon shows no bearish momentum. Since we were near the daily highs, I didn't want to stay in the trade for too long and risk a sudden pullback. Given the low volatility, I set a 6-minute expiration. Long enough for the price to push up, but short enough to avoid a reversal. While waiting for expiration, I noticed something interesting with Aroon. I couldn't record a trade for this, but let's break it down on this chart. When Aroon lines cross, it often signals an upcoming reversal. I'm still testing this signal, but it looks promising. I'll definitely analyze it more and do a full review soon. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. After breaking the upper boundary of the triangle, the price moved smoothly to the next resistance level, closing the trade in profit. Aroon also spiked up after the breakout, confirming that the market truly continued upward. But let's be clear, this indicator doesn't predict the future. It simply reflects past price action to help us evaluate the situation better. This time, everything lined up: trend, pattern, price action, and the indicator, all resulting in a perfect trade. At first glance, this setup looked identical to the last one, another uptrend. Price hitting daily highs, then consolidating. The same symmetrical triangle, same breakout, same low volatility cycle. Naturally, I expected the same outcome: a continued upward move. But there was a problem. While reviewing this trade later, I noticed something I had missed, right at the top of the trend. Aroon was showing rising downtrend strength contradicting my overall analysis. But since I was just testing this indicator and usually didn't rely on indicators for decision making, I ignored it. My thought process was, if the chart shows one thing and the indicator shows another, trust the chart. So I placed a buy trade. A loss. The breakout was a fake out. The price reversed sharply downward, and my trade closed in negative. Turns out Aroon wasn't wrong, it was signaling weakness in the uptrend. Lesson learned, Aroon isn't a standalone entry tool, but if it contradicts your main analysis, take a step back and double-check the chart. You might be missing something important. This week was full of continuation patterns, so all my Aroon testing happened on trending charts. Here's another one. An uptrend hitting resistance forming an ascending triangle. These setups are common, and entries are usually reliable, but only if you wait for the right signal. I checked Aroon. It confirmed strong bullish momentum. But in the previous test of this level, even with high Aroon readings, there was no breakout. The price just bounced down. If I had entered there, I would have lost. So the key here was to wait for a decisive breakout, not jump in impulsively. This time, everything lined up perfectly. The price broke through with a strong volatile candle. That was my signal. I placed a buy trade with a 6-minute expiration, just enough time for the price to stabilize above resistance and continue upward. Let's wrap it up. Here are my results after 5 days of trading. You can see the stats on your screen, including when Aroon gave correct signals and when it didn't. Overall, it performed well, but I never relied on it alone. I always looked for multiple confirmations. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and be in touch.